No mai haere mai, and welcome to the Whāki podcast, which invites people from all walks of life to converse about various access to equity and within the context of Aotearoa. Kelsey, what's happening?
As tauiwi in Aotearoa, we recognise the mana whenua and kaitiaki of these lands. Malusio and I have experienced most of our growth in the Waikato and want to honour Ngāti Haua, Ngāti Mahana and Ngāti Wairere. We are grateful for the connections our whakapapa weaves through for us to be able to connect and grow with community through the whāki kaupapa. Malusio and I would also like to honour our queer ancestors who fought for our rights and visibility as equitable citizens of the world. Kia ora, I am Kelsey and I use they them pronouns.
Noai ngata takoa o te wasa Maluseo. Hello everybody, my name is Maluseo and people use he, him pronouns for me. And today we have a very, very special episode with a really, really good friend, which we're going to hand it over so that they can introduce themselves. But we are so, so happy for this moment. Thank you so much.
Hi guys, I'm Lisa. And thanks for having me, Kelsey and Malu. So I use she, her pronouns and I have been lucky enough to work with Kelsey and Malu on their rebrand for whāki.
Oh my god, it's so good!
So super stoked to be here to help launch whāki with these two and be a part of their journey to where we are right now.
Honestly, Lisa, meeting you has probably been the best thing for our journey. And more than just the mahi side. So for us, please know that there's a lot of conversations that me and Kelsey have had about you because of the way that you show up and the way that you just come through. And it's not even a flex to be like, hey, we're only saying this online. We say this offline as well because you're that important to us in our journey. Both as individuals away from the kaupapa of the whāki as well as on the whāki. So
Thanks,
please know that we're so appreciative of your skills and your talents.
Thanks, guys. That's really sweet. Thank you.
All
I
right,
feel the exact same way.
So we're just going to give it to you. So I guess in a way, the question is, how did we meet and how did we connect? So and from your perspective, how do you reckon that happened?
Well, I had a little dig around in my emails, and it was September last year. Here I am leading with the facts.
With the facts?
Here's the evidence.
Yes, my statement of account. No, but I had an email from Kelsey and our beautiful friend who we both share, Gemma Rose, I think, put you onto me, didn't she, Kels?
Yeah, for sure.
And
thanks, Jen.
At the time, yes, star. Because I think we were in the process of working with Gemma on her branding for Gemma Rose. And when I got your email, I instantly stalked you both, stalked what you're up to. And like, wow, these guys are something pretty special. And I remember thinking, man, I really hope they want to go ahead and work with me because I knew straight away that I really wanted to work with the two of you. Something, had a massive calling. I was like, yes, I just would love to be the creative arm of your little duo. And met with you both, instantly felt like we clicked. And I think from our journey together, I agree with what you said. I feel like I don't see you as clients or another job. I feel like we were meant to work together for a reason, for both of us where we were in our lives at the time. So I'm super grateful for you both.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And literally, like, to echo everything that you've said, we were on the same waka of being like, we need someone to and I feel like the first meeting, and this is how I knew that you were the perfect person for us, is the first meeting you said the quote, I think the quote that I still remember is, I would love to help your social media to tell the story that you do, like, on the podcast. And in my head I was like, that's exactly what we're wanting. Like, we're wanting our story to be reflected visually as well as through audio, because for us it was a really ad hoc Canva. Like, we both of us are not marketing gurus, even though I started marketing marketing for podcasts are completely different waka.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So please know
I
that.
think you did I thought you did a great job. And it's more just, like you said, I think you two do so well on your podcast. You get a real essence of who you are and what you're doing immediately. So I was really, grateful that I could help you with the visuals for your social media marketing.
And for you, Cal, so how was the first? And because I remember getting an email back from your team, and I was getting like, okay, well,
Same.
what? Okay, so what? And then the coolest part was when we met you. You were this cool. Like we thought that we had to be
Straight
like,
up. Hello.
and then to discover that you're the director. And you're not just one of the, and like you should have seen us when Gemma told us that. Thank you, Gemma. When Gemma told, I'm like this. Wait, what?
Yeah.
We didn't know, and that's why we were so happy that you were able to resonate with our kaupapa, resonate with what we were trying to achieve, and also take it to the next level. So if you're listening. Go and check our Instagram and Facebook and everything out, because thank you, Lisa. This is the short for that.
Oh, no. Thank you, guys. It's so funny. I love that.
How was that for you, Kelsey, though?
It was I connected straight away with the vibe that you brought to it, because a lot of our hui were all online. Like, we've only met once in person. And that wasn't till December. So September, October, November, December, 4 months we were all digital. We had not been able to like hug or touch each other. Or like be in physical proximity to one another. So for you to be able to like convey your wairua through a screen like that was just incredible. And I was like, if this is what she can do through a screen, like, fuck, just like imagine what you can do in in our spaces with us. Like, holy heck. Love that.
You guys are too, my cup is so full.
Have to give it back to you. All right.
Sure.
And how have you felt moving into the space with the whākī? So you saw the kaupapa, you saw where we were at, and I'm glad that you could resonate with the kaupapa, because at least that way we knew that, only a certain few could hear all of the kaupapa and hear the gifts that were being shared. But how did you feel moving into the whākī space?
I think you mostly had an impact on me in my personal life, I'd say. Yeah. Working with you was easy, was a breeze, and so enjoyable. Should I talk more about that?
Go there.
It was I felt like I was reflecting on it, and I think, Kelsey, you have such an amazing creative eye. And so that was so amazing, because you could interpret, it was almost like we were tapped into each other. You could interpret exactly what it is, or what it was we were trying to achieve with the creative. And Malu, you were really in tune with the how the brand, the emotive side of the creative, so how it was meant to make you feel and how it was meant to be received. Because I was reflecting on the brief, and I remember the trickiest part of the brief was that the branding had to be a mirror or an invitation for a conversation. And it's, how do you translate that into a brand? But working with you, it flowed. It was so, it was a joy. It was, really enjoyed the process with you both. Yeah, loved it. And I, every time I worked on your project, I was just jamming to your podcasts to get in the zone. But loved it. I think what it really drew me to you too is that you're so purpose-led, and it comes from a place of care and like a genuine need, which I love and respect.
Wow, come through, Lisa.
Yeah,
that is so
I've not heard that perspective before, like the genuine need. Yeah, because that was a leading part of it, was we knew these conversations weren't being had. So who do we know who has skills that we could borrow, or like, what can we do about it? yeah, and it ended up being this.
Yeah.
Yeah, just cool.
No, I think it's, no, in terms of like my personal life, the existence of the podcast has had such positive ripple effects. So yeah, huge.
Here you are trying to fill our cup and we're trying to fill your cup. I'm like, yo, hey, it could be a circle.
Cheers.
I'm like, let's fill all our cups.
Yes.
I really like the way that the process of even filtering out the brand kit and the questions that you ask, like
Yeah,
it really
that was so
forced us to, and because we weren't expecting to really excavate our own story like that and to really, and I like, that's why for me it's important that we weave you into this conversation and introduce you into our village and to our peoples, because in authentic truth telling, you have created and elongated the whāki kaupapa to a point where we're able to show it off in a way that reflects the mirror that we're wanting to see, and the invitation that we're wanting to see. And the only way that we can do that is with you, because it'd be so, like, I feel like in leaning into authentic genuineness, like, I'm like, that's the way that we can do authentic storytelling, is to bring the people who do the mahi and who are the experts in the field, because otherwise I'm like, these are all the silenced voices, and I'm really passionate about about pacifying the work that goes behind the scenes. And I feel like the relationship that we built is the reason why this kaupapa looks so good, for me anyways. But I'm open to interpretation, and what are your thoughts and feels around that?
Me or Kels?
Me?
Yeah, no, I like, that was my, I remember when I first listened to your podcast, when I was stalking you having a zooey with you, I thought, this is so good, like more people need to hear this and know of what you're doing. And so that was another like key driver why I wanted to give you like killer creative to make sure that you were going to get cut through on social. So yeah, I'm so excited for you to roll out season 2. If everyone to see your new look. Yeah.
Love. It's going to be fucking out the gate. I'm so excited. And like
me too.
Yeah, I think it's like kind of piggybacking what you were saying, Malu. It's really important that we do, like you said, we started this in September. It's now February.
Yeah.
That's a long time. That's like, what, 6 months that we've been working on this. Like it might just look like a visual on Instagram or social or whatever, but the intention behind it and the attention to detail from Lisa, from you and your team is just impeccable. Like, and really taking our feedback of what we're looking for, and being able to visually represent that is like, it's so important, and it's just gonna mean that we're able to reach more people. So, yeah, it's amazing. I love what you guys have done.
Oh no, so that's really cool. No, so stoked with it. I think it's come out beautifully, and it's through collaboration. It was your baby.
Our baby now, our baby. For sure.
Yes.
And then, so I guess, and leaning into that, what is building relationships, how does building relationships come into proximity to this conversation?
I think it was that we connected with a similar vision from the get-go. Like we were on that same, like you say, same waka together from the get-go. And I love that, how invested you two were in the whole process, and really, really thought about it carefully, and then trusted feedback, and the whole process I think was so it flowed.
And were we the ones to ever give you first video feedback, or was, because we really were like, you know what, press record, let's send it now.
I want more of that. Yes. So Kelsey and Malu, we always receive written feedback, and as a creative it's so hard to see how something's received or gauged when it's written, but they would send me little Loom videos of live reactions, which I loved. It was so good. So you could really gauge what you weren't loving, what you were really loving. But no, that was awesome. I want more of that.
Yeah,
and would that be something that you're embedding into your practice, or would you ask for video feedback from now on, or if they had the capacity, obviously?
Yeah, absolutely. No, I think especially with this day and age where people are operating remotely like we had been, it really does help, and to build relationship, I guess. Hey.
Yeah.
But I wanted to share like my favourite part of working with you two was when I was at home with my two sons in my mum clothes, looking like a hot mess. And my husband said, "There's a surprise for you at work." I was like, "What is this surprise? Like, what is he talking about?" And then I waddled down to work, and then I had never met Kelsey or Malu in the flesh, and then I see them standing in at work. I was like, "You're here, you exist."
They're real people.
But it was like, but it was the best that you made the effort to come over and meet with me. That was really cool. Really, really loved that. I think the funniest part of that day was when you came back to my house, and then my son was just like hiding in the barbecue.
Yes.
Oh my god! So what is your child doing in the barbecue?
He was just chilling. He was just straight up
it was his
chilling
hikoi.
in the bottom of the
It
barbecue.
was his hikoi as well.
Oh,
right after that, it was his hikoi to next door,
Yes.
and I'm like, "Bro, you're the man.
Yes.
You're the man. Just carry on.
So
Just
cool,
keep
man.
going."
My sneaky child. But no, I loved that. It was so cool. So I think you two have gifted me so much back throughout the process, and so grateful for that.
And then, how important is creative thinking in this whole process as well? Like, how important is that for you and for us? Because you definitely evoked a lot of that in us.
For sure.
Yes. No, huge. I think because part of our process is we start with a brand discovery questionnaire where we tease out the nitty-gritty bits of who you are, what you're trying to achieve, and the essence of your brand in a written form. And so we worked through that with Kelsey and Malu, and I think we workshopped a few of the nitty-gritty parts of the questionnaire just to make sure we were solid. But it's really those key adjectives that come out that really help that creative thinking and making sure that that final brand reflects what it is you're trying to achieve from the get-go. But I think that part where we had a solid understanding of each other and a relationship moving forward, I think that really helped too, because the whole way through we were thinking, does this reflect what they are doing? Does it reflect them? And I think that was so beneficial. But it was things like I had a few notes on the adjectives that came up in the discovery, and it was you wanted everything to feel very connected and have a connection to whenua, to the land, and moana, the ocean, and it was making sure that we were pulling those elements through into the visual, like the F and the A were connected. And my favourite part is how the wha is nested above Q and everything's aligned. And it just feels, I think that really, the way that the type's so clean but so welcoming, it does answer that brief of, does this feel like an invitation for a conversation? Yeah, it's warm, it's welcoming, but it's also really self-assured and confident. Yeah.
I feel like you just described Kelsey to a T, though. Like, and that as well. Like, warm and welcoming, but self-assured to a T. I'm like, yes. Oh, wow!
Come at me.
Come at me. I want more of that. Can I have a little bit of that, please?
Sure.
Drink from that well, please.
Yes.
Oh, come
No, that's good. And then, to me, I feel like we just want to gift you some time to being like, what if there's anything else that you'd like to gift into this moment, or even some random ideas that have really popped up during the process, because I guess for us we really valued how authentic you came through. And I just want to echo the wairoa. Your wairoa is so beautiful live, as well as it translated so much into how much you care about your work and how much you care about the level of output, and I don't even want to go into all of those fancy words or those professional words, because I'm like, your shit's just hot. Like, the way that you come through, your shit's just hot, and I don't want to like downplay it to a fact to be like, oh, you know, it was a cool thing. And I was like, no, I walked away from a lot of the meetings feeling super empowered, or feeling like, damn, someone sees us like just as loud as we see ourselves.
Yeah.
And that was the first meeting, was that we were like, yes, that's us. Like, you know, and yes, that's the kaupapa, and you understood the kaupapa even before even having a conversation, which really shows to me your intelligence, the way that you're able to move and shift in the spaces. And yeah, so I just wanted to gift it to you, to being like, is there anything else that really resonated with our collective story?
Oh, thank you, Molly. That's really cool. I reckon it was, I wanted to say too, it's not just me, it's my team too. But like everybody, we have pin-ups of all the creative concepts that are designed, and we all critique them and finesse them. And I think we are all slightly OCD. So
always adds flavor.
Yeah, yes. Just making sure I think grateful, just want to acknowledge my wonderful team. So Lucy, Abby, Asha, Alice, their involvement too. They were awesome, because everybody had their hands on it at some point.
Oh.
So we're all very proud of it. It's no, they were awesome throughout the whole process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a collective, right? Like, that's the whole point of Whakapapa, is that it's community, like by a community, for community, with community. So the fact that you're even here, like, acknowledging your community and the people that were part of it as well, is just like another tick of like, she gets it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. No, thanks, Kelsey. No, love your work, guys. And I'm just sharing what you're doing with as many people as I can. Yeah. Because it's, love your work. Love your work.
Lisa, you are such a gift, and thank you so much for giving your time. Like, Lisa's a full-on mum out here, and she's given her time at 8:30 at night as well, after a full day of work. So we do want to acknowledge your family and the people who allow you to be in the space with us. And this is something that's actually quite new to Kelsey and I's approach to gratitude, because it is, you know, when Kelsey was talking about community, it is those community that help you shine brightly with us, and also help you to be your best you when you're with us. So I'm really, really thankful to the community of support, and Anton and the two boys, love you. Thank you so much for holding space, so that Lisa can come and be her bad self without them for a bit, you know. But also that you just get it. So going off what Kelsey said, you just get it. You know that it's about community.
Yeah, cool. Can you plug in your crew a little further? Like, if people want branding, if people want creative work from you and your crew, plug it in, promote yourself, come through, girl.
All right. Yes, so our studio is called Inkdrop, and we're based in the Bay of Plenty. And you can find us on www.inkdrop.co.nz. And if you just search up Inkdrop on Insta, you'll find us there too. And always happy to chat, have combos. If you're doing awesome stuff, I want to know about it. Love to help. Yeah.
And we will link all of that stuff as well. So from my perspective, working with Lisa and the crew at Inkdrop has been seamless and flawless, and always very like, they see the little things, and they know that the little things are important, because those make up the nuance of the brand, and it's just incredible. And I'm so stoked with the content that you guys have all pulled through, and it's just beautiful and completely and utterly represents our kaupapa. So thank you again. It's just blows my mind. I still can't believe that it's ours, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, shit, bitch,
so
this
good.
is our brand.
Oh, that's so good. Gives me the warm fuzzies. That's so cool to hear. No, it's awesome. No, I'm so glad we could help you guys with that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Shine.
Vinaka Vakalevo Lisa. Thank you so much, Esha, Lucy, Alice, Anton, and Abby. Thank you so much. Is there anybody else that I missed out?
No, you got them all. Nice work, Malu.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
And
impressive.
yes. Hey, come on, names is a thing. Also, Google is a thing as well. So, just putting it, just being authentic out here, fam.
Yeah.
Love it.
No, so we started off with our jingle. Would you join us for our sign off jingle?
Yes.
All right. The fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Hey, the fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yee, fuck you. Kia ora. Ka kite.